Hey, and Oh. Fixing common After Effects crashes, this time on Solve It. After Effects is a truly powerful program, but it's 30 years old and there's some bloat. And since Adobe don't make their own operating system or graphics cards, then we have to cut them a little slack for how AE interacts. Go on, cut them a little slack. Adobe's own After Effects forum has an FAQ of common crashes, which I'm using as the basis for this video. Make sure you're running up-to-date versions of Windows or Mac OS. You may also need to set read-write access to specific folders. On Windows, these are listed here. You may need to change the view in File Explorer to show hidden items. Then navigate to the folders, right-click and choose Properties. Then Security, and then Permissions. From here, make sure your username is not denied any setting. For Mac users, open a new Finder window, hold down the Option key and select Go at the top of the screen. Then select Library. And then find the appropriate AE folder, and press Command and I to get the info window. And verify your account is listed in its sharing and permissions with its privilege set to read and write. If AE never gets past the splash screen, there's a chance there's a third-party plugin causing the issue. Removing that should be as simple as the process to install it. If that doesn't work, then Adobe's own recommendation is to create a new discussion on the forum. The most common cause here is the graphics card drivers. Check they're up to date. But the other common issue is missing libraries. If you see a message about that, then it is an indication something went wrong during the installation or update, in which case you'll need to run Adobe CC Cleaner, link in the description. This is the worst type of crash, and likely when you'll get a blue screen. Almost all crashes that happen here are caused by conflicts with the graphics card, so check your drivers. Sometimes third-party plugins are to blame too, but in my experience that's when those plugins are also using the GP and we're back to a conflict. Sometimes you're just putting too much pressure on your graphics card, so it might be safest to render out a single layer with the intensive effect on it and bring that back into your comp. I have a bunch of other optimizing After Effects tips in this video, which also helps explain how After Effects works and why it sometimes runs slow. This is the classic, and the one that has many fixes. The first solution is to switch to software render only. That removes your graphics card from the equation. You can do this in After Effects under File, Project Settings. Or in Adobe Media Encoder on this drop down here. If you continue having an issue, it might be that you're filling up your media cache. I'm in the habit of emptying it before each render, but occasionally you still have an intensive render, at which point rendering out image sequences means that even if AE crashes, you only have to render out from the last image and not the whole sequence again. And once you're done, converting the image sequence into a video is really quick, so you don't lose that much time at all. If you're on a networked machine, then see if you can render locally. Making a video across a network means that if the connection drops for even a split second, you could lose the render. One issue I've already made a video on, but I'll repeat here. If you are switching between After Effects and other windows, including File Explorer, and AE freezes, then it may be yet another conflict with the GPU. To solve this, go to Edit, Preferences, Import, and uncheck Enable Hardware Accelerated Decoding. My guess is certain Windows elements use the same bits of the graphics card as AE, and when you switch back and forth like when you're looking for a video to drag in, then Windows wins. That's it for now. Obviously, as updates happen, new issues will appear, and the Adobe forum team is doing a good job keeping the FAQs page up to date with issues as they become apparent.